lucked out that I've been really close with my friends for such a long time. We've known a lot of the stuff that has happened to one another. So talking about mental health, we just I always make it clear that they don't have to share if they don't want to, and if they don't want to share names or any specifics, then they can just talk about whatever they're comfortable with, and just using that kind of language of, I'm here for whatever you need.
Yeah, and it's nice to have that trusted person to go to and talk to, because like for sure, if it's not in a safe environment that you feel like that, then it's like a pretty personal thing that you're talking about. So for sure, like having that person that you can go and talk to is super important, and friends are pretty easy for that.
It's nice to have just a group of people that you feel comfortable talking to, even when you're not feeling great, that will, listen to you and respect what you're saying, even if they might not understand what you're saying.
I feel like the best way I can describe it is just feeling like really heavy. I would get home from school and I would just lay in bed with my windows closed and my lights off, and I'd just lay and then go to sleep.
Yeah, a big thing for me is sometimes I don't notice it, but I will just be straight up like rude to people.
If I would have to explain it, at least for me, it's if you've ever taken like a dry piece of wood and you're about to break it, you can feel like that moment before it's about to break. That's kind of how I feel, like very tense, that like one wrong thing that happens and I'm just gonna snap.
I feel like adults need to know it's not a one-size-fits-all type category. Not everybody's going to show their mental health issues or what they're dealing with as much as other people will. And I think like a lot of us like to hide it until we find that person we want to talk to about it.
Yeah, I feel like one of the worst things adults can do is when you come up, and because it's really hard like admit that you have a problem, and when you finally like gain that strength and confidence and be upfront and say, Mom, Dad, I'm struggling, and then they just kind of laugh it off or try to downsize your issues, it just really sucks, and then things just get worse. So that's kind of, in my opinion, I think that's the worst thing that they can do.
An adult, and this has been my experience, will often try to fix something, when, for me at least, that doesn't help. That doesn't make me feel any better, and often you really can't fix it. So don't try and fix it. Just listen. Be there to listen. The How to Help a Friend training was super helpful, super informative, and really well done.
I remember that a long time ago in middle school, and I've talked to other people, and other people remember it, and it's like opening up about things like mental health and suicide, which is a hard topic to talk about, when we become more vulnerable, is really, really helpful and amazing.
I personally really liked some of like the teen art nights that were done over the summer, and also like the basket weaving classes, because I really enjoy art, but I haven't had like time I used to take art classes when I was younger, but I haven't had time to do that recently. And so having that like one night every couple months where I can hang out with my friends or with my mom and be able to do that and like feel together as a community. I know that doesn't work for everybody, but I think creating a space that people can come and do something fun together is quite nice.
Yeah, one thing that sticks out to me is the mentor program for sure, because trusted adults are very important, and like having someone there to talk to is like the most important step in like getting help, because if you don't have someone you can trust to talk to, then you're in it on your own, and that's not a place that anyone should have to deal with for sure. And I think like having that person to look up to and talk to is very important. So
I think the networks work in teen groups, like with the youth council and the youth council at Mount Si as well, have really helped me grow into like a leader and grow into learn how to like work with my peers, because I've been doing it since freshman year. So I've been working with people as like a group member as well as a leader. And so I've been able to, with adult help, like learn how to lead people, I guess.
Back in middle school, one of my friends was struggling a lot with, depression and things like that, and I had no idea how to help them, or, I had no idea what they were going through. And so these programs that have been offered have really been able to help me understand a little more what they're going through, and I feel like that's really helped me make sure they're okay.
If you can only carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope.
Let it be hope that better things are always ahead.
Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times.
Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way.
Let it be hope that you are exactly where you're meant to be right now.
And that you are on the path to where you are meant to be.
Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through.